Pékélé arúgbóṣẹ́gbèjì ta ní ọ̀sán. Ọmọ Odùduwà pékélé arúgbóṣẹ́gbèjì ta ní ọ̀sán. Ó ní agbára. Àníṣe bí àṣírí ó sì máa tú náà ni. Àṣírí àwọn tí ń dà wá láàmú nínú Nàìjíríà tí wọn ò ní bò ṣẹ. Àṣírí wọn ò ní bò. Bí bá ṣe ń tú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni láàmú mú etí gbọ́ èèyàn wa. Ẹ̀yin náà dẹ̀ mọ̀ rí àwọn àṣírí àwọn aṣebi. Ẹ̀yin mọ̀ gbọ́ àṣírí àwọn aṣebi, àwọn tí ń pa wá, tí wọ́n ń jí wá gbé, tí wọn ò yẹ kárí mú mi, tí wọn ò fi wá lọ́kàn balẹ̀ lórílẹ̀‐èdè lókèṣà náà yẹn ṣẹ̀. Àṣírí wọn ti tú. Ọmọ kóòtù òjíire, gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Odùduwà, àná àṣírí wọn ti tú. Àṣírí wọn ò ní bò mọ́ ṣẹ̀. Àṣírí wọn ò ní bò mọ́. Wọ́n fẹ́ ká fìdílé nǹkan. Mo ní VN kan tí mo fẹ́ play fún wa. VN tó fẹ́ play fún wa yìí, òun ló tú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àṣírí. Òun ló tú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àṣírí bí Boko Haram ṣe wọ Nàìjíríà. Àwọn tó mú wá ní Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo wọn tá lẹ́gbọ̀ọ́ nínú VN yẹn. Fídíò ni mo fẹ́ kí n play fún wa. Kájọ fi dára wa gbọ́. Ẹni tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, olórí sójà gangan tó náà wà nínú sísítẹ́ẹ̀mù Nàìjíríà, òun ló sọ ọ̀rọ̀ jáde. Kì í ṣe àgùsọ. Ọmọ Yorùbá, ọmọ kóòtù òjíire, gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Odùduwà, wọ́n fẹ́ kájọ fi délé nǹkan, kájọ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí dáadáa. Ẹ bá mi pín ètò yìí dáadáa kó lọ dáadáa. Káwọn èèyàn wa kún wá gbọ́ àṣírí wọn tó tú. Àṣírí lókèṣà náà tó tú kó wá fi dára wọn gbọ́. Táà bá ń sọ fún yín pé àwọn pípù iṣẹ́ ẹranko ni wọ́n, ẹni àjírí ẹni àjíkò ni wọ́n. Ọmọ Odùduwà, ẹ má jẹ́ ká dónú Nàìjíríà mọ́ ṣẹ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan ká kúrò Nàìjíríà. Nàìjíríà ò lè mú nǹkan gidi wá fún wa. Ó dìgbà tá bá kúrò Nàìjíríà tọ́kàn wa tó lè balẹ̀. Ẹ wá gbọ́ àṣírí yìí. Ẹ wá gbọ́ àṣírí tí mo mú wá fún wa yìí. Ẹ wá gbọ́. Tẹ́ ẹ bá gbọ́, ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ti tán. Kò sí nǹkan ní Nàìjíríà mọ́. Wọ́n kàn pákéjì lásán ni. Kò sí nǹkan ní Nàìjíríà mọ́. Wọ́n kàn pákéjì ẹ̀ ni o. Wọ́n yẹ ká para fún wa o. Àwa ni ká má sì àtúpara o. Ká má ṣàtúpéye o. Ká dìde, ká jà fún òmìnira tiwa gangan. Kí a lè bá gbégbé àlàáfíà. Táwọn jẹnẹrẹsì wa ti ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn, tọ́kàn wọn lè bá balẹ̀. Ìyà tó jẹ àwọn bàbá tiwa àtàwa tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, àfẹ́ kó jẹ wọ́n. Wọn là fẹ́ ń pariwo. Jẹ́ ká jọ fi wọ́n sowọ́pọ̀. Ká jọ dàjà yìí lájàyè. Òun ló fa àwọn jẹnẹrẹsì tí ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn lọ́kàn balẹ̀. Mo fi ń mọ̀ nira. Mo fi ń mọ̀ nira. Mo fi ń mọ̀ dààmú. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Ṣé gan ni? Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ mọ gbọ́ ọ̀nà lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ mọ gbọ́ lọ. Màá pè é. Kí n tó pè ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, bá mi pín ètò iṣẹ́. Ẹ bá mi subscribe lórí YouTube channel mi. Ṣé gbọ́? Ẹ bá mi subscribe lórí YouTube channel mi. Dákun obìnrin ni. Ọ̀nà tó dẹ́bi lẹ́nu lọ́nà nìyẹn. Ẹ bá mi subscribe lórí ẹ̀. Ẹ bá mi subscribe lórí YouTube channel mi. Obìnrin ni mo wọ̀ yín ni. Gbogbo information bá wá dá láwọn wá fún yín. Gbogbo information tí a bá rí tí ó ṣe ìran Yorùbá láǹfààní láì jẹ́ kí ojú owó túbọ̀ là sí. A mọ̀ mú wá fún yín náà. Èyí táwa wà nígbà fún yín nìyẹn. Ọ̀nà táwa lè gbà láti lè jà fún ìran Yorùbá láǹjà yìí. Gbogbo akọ́lá tọ̀nà kan náà. Gbé oníkálukú kájọ gbé. Ká lè bá débi tá à ń lọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run ọba. Àníkú sọ́nà bí èéfín o. Gbogbo akitiyan wa, gbogbo ariwo wa, Olódùmarè kò ní kó já lásán. Ibi ire ní ọjà ti fún wa. Láti Èdùmàrè.
2016. I'm always a member of the Security and Intelligence Brief at the Defense Headquarters. I told them, General Olawunmi then, that the challenge we have in this country cannot be solved the same way we solved the problem of Niger Delta. The Niger Delta problem was solved during Yaradua time, basically by me. And I told them that we can't use that same template for Boko Haram. I told General Olawunmi to look at the center of gravity of the problem. And we all came together I was made a member of the committee, including Atahiru that just died was a member of that committee in 2016, 2017. And we came to a conclusion after several arguments. The arguments were three. To identify the center of gravity of the problem, one group said it is the fighters, the Boko Haram fighters are the center of gravity, so we should go after them. Another group said the center of gravity of Boko Haram is Abubakar Shekau. So if you go after Abubakar Shekau, then the problem of Boko Haram will be solved. I took exception to the group. I said that is not the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram insurgency that we were having between that 2012 and 2017. And General Olawunmi asked me, Olawunmi, why are you giving problem? What is the problem? Give us the answer. And I told General Olawunmi that if I tell you the answer, you're not going to be able to solve the problem. He said, what is the problem? I said, the center of gravity of Boko Haram and insurgency in Nigeria are the sponsors of that program. It was beyond us. Because the job we need to do is kinetics. Fight, destroy places, resolve issues. Yep. But we cannot resolve issue of sponsors of Boko Haram that were in Buhari's government, that we know them. When you say we, who? I was in the military intelligence, and the defense headquarters staff that I work with, they know. And that was why we couldn't pursue that aspect that could have resolved that problem. Because you need to arrest people. And recently, 400 people were gathered as sponsors of Boko Haram. Why is it that Buhari government has refused to try them?
So the government knows sponsors of Boko Haram?
Of course, it's in the news. In April this year, the government said they have arrested 400 Bureau de Change related, people that were sponsoring Boko Haram. They told us. And that also help us to arrest few Nigerians. Try them. We know them. Why can't this government, if not that they are partisan and they are actually part of the charade that is going on, why can't they bring those people out for trial?
So the Bureau de Change operators on the one hand, but you particularly said people in government. Are those part of the Bureau de Change, or those people that you say are in government are still there, government is aware and government is condoning them?
The people I mentioned that are in government are not these ones they just arrested. You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012. Yeah. And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. And they mention names. I mean, I can't come on the air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know. Presently in government. That the boys that we arrested mentioned. Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Aso Rock. Why should a government try to cause this kind of embarrassment and insecurity to the sense of what happened yesterday? And the solution I gave them in 2017, because when I identified the center of gravity for General Olawunmi, and they couldn't pursue it, because some of them were ministers. And what I'm saying now, the Department of State Services are listening to them.
Yeah,
so the solution I gave them was that if we can't pursue the policy strategic level, because the people that we need to talk to are also, going to be difficult to deal with. I said what they should do now is to conduct two things. We should buy blimps. The blimps are not UAVs. They are not drones. Blimps are equipments that can fly up to 10,000 feet, 30,000 feet, static if you want, mobile if you want, and they carry a lot of payload. We saw them in Afghanistan. We saw them in Kenya. This will be something that can give us real-time intelligence, and we can know where these bandits or terrorists, where they emanate from. When they finish operations that they've done, where they go back to.
Okay. Well, let's
they did not buy this equipment up to now.
Okay, you said quite a number of things. Let's pick up on some of them.
President Yaradua, he was dispassionate. He wanted to solve the problem. Within 6 months, we solved the problem. I remember I have to go to Angola to go and bring Herioka, and nobody in Nigeria knew what we did. All we know is that since 27, 28 that we conducted our operation under Yaradua, Niger Delta issue has remained manageable. This government does not want to resolve this problem. They are escalating it because of tribal and religious sentiments.
So when you say this government does not want to resolve it, don't forget the same government has purchased. In fact, they're going to induct the Super Tucano jet because of, the insecurity situation. They have, the president has had to change guards, as it were, as a result of people's clamor. I imagine if that was not in the thinking, why would you go that length to make some of the, some of the pronouncements, the meetings that have happened, the purchase, the change of guard and the rest? Why would they do all that if they don't want to sort this?
Because that is not the solution. What you just mentioned is not the solution. When you have a problem at policy level, strategic level, operational level, when you have a problem, what you need to do is to identify the center of gravity of that problem and attack it. That's what you do. What they are doing is not attacking the center of gravity of the problem of Boko Haram and insurgency. So if the president is buying Super Tucano, is changing service chiefs, that is not the solution. We are looking at the wrong side. It's not kinetic. It's politics.
Are you ruling out kinetic altogether?
I can't rule out kinetic because
so
it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum, so you can't rule out something. But the center of gravity is what they should look at. And what is it? I'm saying it on this channel. It is the sponsor of Boko Haram and bandits.
And speaking about the sponsors, when you say the DSS, and they could be listening to you, but so they profile, part of their responsibility is to profile all of these persons before they either vie for elections or before, they are nominated for any of these positions. Doesn't that happen? Don't they get intel and say, look, this and this is what we found, and then we don't think that this should proceed further? Doesn't that happen?
It does. When I worked with the DSS in 2007, because when Yaradua approved the operational order that we did, we now have to work together as a team. He actually forced all of us to sit down together and work together. I was surprised at the tremendous amount of information had by DSS. I was shocked. We in DI, I was in Defense Intelligence Agency, and when they were forced to bring out the files, I was shocked. They have so much information at DSS presently as I'm talking about what I'm talking about. They have. But you see, if a fish is going to get spoiled, it's going to start getting spoiled from the head. The DSS will not do anything except the Commander-in-Chief's body language shows that this is the direction I want to go. That is where the problem is. The DSS has tremendous information. By the time 2023 is here and somebody take over and wants to undo some of this evil that I've seen in this country, you'll be surprised names that the DSS will bring out. They have the information. There's nothing I'm going to say here that they don't have. The defense headquarters have the solution for the kinetic aspect. They do. I'm not going to come here to advise them. I work with them and they're still there. The chief of naval staff was in the intelligence with me. We were together in the Defense Intelligence Agency. That's Vice Admiral Gambo. I know these people are good. They know what to do. It's not that they have problems. It has to do with politics, the sponsors, people that feel that this country should be Islamized.
Assuming but not conceding that, that all of this is the case. So what is the end game? Because I imagine as a strategist, that's what you think about too. So these things are happening. What is the end game? So why will this be allowed to fester? For what purpose?
The end game for them, because normally when you want to look at this type of challenges, what you do is that you go through what we call the intelligence circle. Okay? When you do the processing and you do the analysis before dissemination point, you discover that the end game for them is to just turn this country into like a Taliban type of country. And it's a mindset. And anything goes. In other words, 10% casualties, 20% casualties is allowed in trying to achieve the end game of Islamizing this country.
That's for the terrorists, the bandits.
It's not for the terrorists and the bandits, for the sponsors. Because I told you, and I will repeat on this channel, the sponsors of Boko Haram and the bandits are the problems. And defense headquarters, the army headquarters, the naval headquarters, the air force cannot do anything about that. Buhari has to do something about that. The Interpol has the list of those people that are sponsoring Boko Haram. I work with Interpol. They should ask. If they don't know, they should ask. The government of Dubai, they have the list of those people. During the trial of those people that were caught, names were mentioned. They have the list. The government that they've arrested 400 sponsors of Boko Haram. Why should the government not try those people and bring peace and harmony and safety to this nation? Why won't a government do that?
These groups, ethnicity and religious, how do we tackle it without coming off as though you're inciting people, on those lines?
You see, one thing I discovered in this country is that when it comes to religion, everybody is very sensitive. But the fact I have laid bare is from the experience of 35 years of military intelligence. So I'm not coming to the air to whip up sentiments, no. I have been in the system. I work with Abacha government. I work with Babangida government. I work with Abdul Salam. I work with Yar'Adua Obasanjo. As a core insider of operations, I belong to a group of people that you are not supposed to see, people that you are not supposed to hear. Because we have 3 classes of military officers. I belong to the wars group. I lost my family because my family does not have to know where I have been, where I have gone, and I cannot talk. I've seen Kunle here, I've seen Stan Lambo. Some of us belong to that group that we are not supposed to be seen, and we are not supposed to be heard. The truth I'm telling you now is not about sentiment. Is that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. Except you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on the issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now. And what was the issue? Boko Haram. And this senior officer was actually let go because he was found culpable. But right now he's in the government. You see, we must say the truth, because if you don't, this country is going down the precipice. We have been set back more than 60 years right now. We've gone back to the time before 1966 now. And whoever is coming back to repair this country has a lot of work to do. This country has never been polarized, so we cannot run away from it. We have never been this much polarized. I'm a federal person. My mind is federal. My brain is federal. My loyalty is federal. I do things for the federal government. So I cannot come here and try to be sentimental. No, I'm a federal person.
Will your life be at risk now that they're hearing you?
I don't care. I don't care. And my colleagues, they know me. Those people that listen to me, they know me. I don't care. The issue is that this country is bigger than individual. Eliminating me or killing me will not solve the problem. I will not add to value. But he will come and go. And somebody must come and repair the damage to the psyche of this society. The damage to the polarization, to the nepotism that I've never seen in my life. I work with all these presidents. This is the worst situation I've found myself. And believe me, internet does not forget. Yes. I was part of the people that helped to bring Buhari to government because I believe in him.
Have you worked with the government after that?
After
you helped bring the government?
Oh, of course, I worked with him. We brought him in 2015, and I work as the Deputy Director of Defense Administration. And we have a lot of hope in him. And we actually are ready to do anything for him. What he has turned out over the years is shocking to us. I was in Harvard in 2014, in December, when the Department of State Services and CIA and others were contemplating about Buhari and other aspirants. I know what we did to convince the American government that the only person that can come and put this country right is Buhari. That was before the Lagos, APC, before they chose within. Right? And that was how Tinubu came in. We know what we did, but what he has done in the past 6 years is shocking. It's unprecedented. And it should not be allowed to be swept under the carpet because the damage to the psyche of this country is monumental. 2016.
Monumental. Ọmọ Odùduwà. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Odùduwà, gbogbo àwọn kóòtù òjìrì. Mo lérò pé ti farabalẹ̀ gbọ́ fíẹ̀n tí mo play fún wa yìí. Fídíò tí mo play fún wa yìí, mo lérò pé ẹ farabalẹ̀ bá mi gbọ́ dáadáa. Gbogbo ẹlẹgbọ́ àbí ṣé ẹ ti rí? Ṣé ẹ ti rí nǹkan tá à ń sọ? Ṣé ẹ ti rí nǹkan tá à ń sọ? Àwọn pípù iṣẹ́ àwọn pípù yìí ọ̀bàyéjẹ́ ni wọ́n, ìkà ni wọ́n. Ẹni tó yẹ kẹ́ ẹ̀ máa fún lépè lójoojúmọ́ òun ni àwọn ìjọba Nàìjíríà yẹn. Tí wọn ò wá lọ síwájú fún ọmọ kóòtù òjìrì rárá tọ̀. Wọn ò wá lọ síwájú fún wa. Wọ́n ṣàfẹ́ gbalẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ wa ni. Wọ́n fẹ́ sọ gbogbo wa di ẹ̀gún arinlẹ̀. Wọ́n fẹ́ sọ gbogbo wa di àlùmájìrí bí àwọn Haúsá ti dà nílùú wọn lọ́hùn. Tó wá dá ká lajú wálẹ̀ tí kálukú kó wọ̀ bí ọmọ kóòtù òjìrì. Gbogbo àwọn Odùduwà tó dá ká lajú wálẹ̀ tí kálukú kó wọ̀. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká lajú wálẹ̀ o. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká lajú wálẹ̀. Ẹ sì má jẹ́ ká dákẹ́. Torí tá a bá dákẹ́, ara wa bá dákẹ́. Yorùbá nation yìí dandan ni o. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ jàjà yìí o. Káyé gbàgbà ara wa lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ location náà. Ká lọ dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. Ká máa ṣèjọba tiwa gángan fún ara wa. Ká má dojú ẹnì kankan. Ìgbà náà ọkàn ó tó balẹ̀ láti orí mú mi. Àwọn àtọ̀húnrìnwá kan lè wọlé wa wá láti wá ṣe wá tìbàṣìbò. Ṣé kí wọn pàṣẹ? Ṣé ti gbọ́? Gbogbo ọmọ kóòtù òjìrì. Gbogbo ọmọ kóòtù òjìrì, gbogbo ọmọ Odùduwà. Àsìkò ṣọ̀kan la wà yìí o. Àsìkò ṣọ̀kan. Ká ìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan. Ká jọ jàjà yìí lájàyè. Yorùbá nation no going back. Orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá la fẹ́. A fẹ́ wá Nàìjíríà mọ́. Wá Nàìjíríà ó ti sú wa. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Èyí tí mo ní kí mo ti gbọ́ wa náà lé lé báyìí. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Ojú tẹ̀ fún ojú náà ní fọ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tẹ̀ fi ń gbọ́ mi tí náà ní di. Ọwọ́ tẹ̀ bá mi pé ètò yìí. Tẹ̀ bá mi subscribe. Ẹni fọ́ọ̀nù gbọmọ sí o. Èmi ní ìmọ̀ wá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà sì ni ẹ̀yin náà ní ìmọ̀ dé bá. Láti Èdùmàrè. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Yóò túbà. Yóò túṣẹ fún wa. Láti Èdùmàrè. Ó dà.